What's up, guys? This is take 7308 and I messed up this video a whole bunch of times, but today we're going to be reviewing the Benro Monopod. And let me tell you first that this is the one with the S4 head, and it has a clamp style legs release thingies. Basically, this is a very good system to stabilize videos. It functions as good as a tripod, but it's as quick as a monopod, and it combines both because these feet right here make it really quick. I mean, not quick, but stable, and then just having one thing to worry about to adjust is what makes it fast. Alright, so I like this monopod. It's honestly one of the best things I've bought. Let me talk about the top of the S4 Benro monopod thingy. Now, it is a fluid head. Now, what's the difference between a fluid head and a traditional tripod head, which is called a ball head? A fluid head gets you way more smooth shots. If you ever use like a Best Buy tripod, those heads are just really stiff. It's hard to get a smooth shot out of them. But a fluid head, you get really smooth shots. And actually, I'm going to show you some examples that I have with a fluid head, with this fluid head. See how great that is? Wow! And if you really want to really get some extra smooth shots, because it's not going to always be perfect, you have to be really steady, and it's still up to you to get the smooth shot. You can use your camera's stabilization, whether it be through the camera or the lens, and you can use a rubber band, and if you want to cheat, you can use warp stabilizer, but you don't have to add a lot, but that'll really smooth out the rough edges. So if you combine all three of those, it's going to look scary good. That's what you want to do. But I like it. And this really, I mean, I'm still getting really smooth shots out of this. Don't get me wrong. So that's one cool thing about this. Alright, so what you want to do is when you slide the camera in, yeah, like this, you push the blue titty right here. Ooh. Oh, I still didn't do it. Okay, so it's in. And then you use this thingy to lock it. Clockwise means you're going to tighten it. Counterclockwise means you're going to loosen it. And it takes a lot of fiddling around to get it right. I'm just really nervous because I don't like making videos because I'm scared that you guys might not like it. And I have stage fright, so I'm sorry. Even if you push the camera, even if you don't lock it in, you forget to lock it in, the camera will not fall off. So if you have like a $2,000 camera and you mess up and forget to lock it, it won't fall off, thank God, right? Imagine if you had like a red Epic, which I have in my pocket. You would be like really upset if it fell to the ground because you were stupid enough to not lock the thingy, right? And let's talk about the ways that you can control the camera. You have the tilt control right here. Counterclockwise loosens it. Clockwise tightens it. See? It's stiffer, way stiffer. Okay, so I'm gonna lock it completely. And then you have the pan, which is this titty right here. Counterclockwise loosens it, clockwise tightens it. So it's really hard to move it. But you can also use the monopod's leg to twist it too. Bam. But I like to keep both of them pretty loose. You know, I like it loose. You get some really smooth shots. You have a lot of ways to control it. And I know I'm not the greatest at explaining things, but man, this thing was really helpful. Now, this thingy right here is made out of some really high quality foam right here. And let's say if you're working in a really cold environment, I don't know, your hands won't freeze off because you're not touching bare metal, you're touching the foam. And it's insulated. The legs get this leg gets really tall. Look how tall it gets. Bam. Okay, it was pretty much set up all the way high. Okay. And that's about as tall as you really need to get. It gets 6 feet tall, but you do not want to leave your camera unattended at this height. The higher it is, the higher the center of gravity, and the higher likely it will just fall over. Actually, me leaving this unattended, it has fell a couple times. I have a video of it falling in a YouTube video I did release, so watch it. Oh shit! The part just fell. And it also fell over here and it cracked. It almost cracked my lens. I would have shit myself if it cracked my lens. Do not leave the monopod unattended, or that can happen. Now, another cool thing about this monopod is that these feet right here. Now, it adds a lot of stability to the camera when you have it in, you know, a situation. So it adds that stability. But if you don't want the stability, you want it to fit in a smaller space, or you just want to, I don't know, move the camera like this, then you don't want the feet. So you just push these buttons in and it's quick. Bam. 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 And then you have a traditional monopod. And another way I like to use the monopod is not as, you know, a stationary stick, but I like to hold it like this and get some really stable shots. See how cool this is? Ooh, this is really stable, and you get some like handheld sort of aesthetic. Or if your camera has a viewfinder like my camera does, you can hold it like this and look through the you can look through the viewfinder and get some really smooth footage like this. And that gets you some smooth shots as well. So I'm just saying the versatility of this monopod is unmatched. And a tripod couldn't really do the same thing unless you need absolute stability and a lot of weight for the tripod to hold. So, I mean, this pretty much concludes my review, and I enjoyed making this about 20 times, and my voice is dry. I'm gonna say goodbye, and guess what, viewers? Fuck you for 10 fucking views.